So this tattoo means a lot to me because it's like based off of two stuffed animals that a friend had given me and the person I was dating at the time. So they had the panda and I had the giraffe. Giraffe's my favorite animal. Like, I consider myself a giraffe. And I like took this picture of the giraffe kissing the panda. And I do like to think that like somewhere giraffe and panda are happy forever. Like, so I know it's like, it's so bittersweet because, you know, love can hurt, but I think somewhere they're like happy together. And so that's what my tattoo means.
They're both kind of related.
Okay, let's
so
get the other one.
So do you want to do this one
sure.
too? So they're both from my grandpa, who was like the lifeline of our family. So this is actually on the back of my neck his maiden name because he only had 2 daughters, so there's no one else to carry on the name Kramer. And then during the Cold War, he was in the Air Force and actually spoke Morse code and would listen in on Russian radio and translate Morse code. So that's what the Morse code is for, and it says I love you and I like you, because he would always tell us that you have to love your family, but you don't have to like them. So when he told us I love you and I like you, we knew he meant it.
So when I was 17, I graduated high school and we went to Maui and we decided to get tattoos. And I just wanted a cross symbol. I didn't know what I wanted, so I got a cross. Fast forward like 6 years later, I'm in my senior year of college, and my roommate, who was an international student from Taiwan, she's like, "What's on your wrist?" I said, "Oh, it's a tattoo." She's like, "Can I see it?" I said, "Yeah." So she takes a look at it, she starts laughing. I was like, "What's so funny?" She was like, "It means rice in Mandarin." I thought it was just a cross. But apparently now everybody knows that I have rice tattooed on my wrist. That's the only tattoo I ever got after that.
So like you like looked through the pictures and you thought you were picking a cross?
Yeah, and it was really rice in Mandarin. So if I'm ever in a country that only speaks Mandarin and I'm hungry, it's tattooed on my wrist.
It says, "Where's the babysitting money?" It's in my grandpa's handwriting. My grandpa just passed last year, and it was something that I found when we were cleaning out the house because my grandma used to babysit and I babysit. I think I also use my babysitting money to pay for it. The way it's worded, and the fact that he just wrote a note is very kind of like telling of their relationship. I always knew my grandpa loved my grandma more, and I feel like the fact that like he would like write these notes, even if it's like insignificant, I wanted to kind of like immortalize the fact that he would write notes to her. My grandma passed first, and I think my grandpa passed from a broken heart because it was like once she passed, he just didn't care to take care of himself anymore. Can I plug my artist? Because I go to the same artist all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, his name's Colin, and his Instagram is something in the sewer.
When I was younger, I was pretty isolated from my sister and my stepdad because I was really sensitive, and they like to make those types of jokes that aren't made for sensitive kids. So I always kind of took it bad when they called me a crybaby, but one time I was alone and I wrote it on my wrist and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take some pride in it. So I got some tattoo ink and a needle and did a stick and poke.
You did it yourself?
Yeah.
This is my only tattoo. It's a stick and poke that I got in New York 4 years ago.
She thought stick and pokes were temporary.
Yeah.
So she was wrong on that.
They're not. Pointer.
I was 16. It was Friday the 13th. I just wanted to go for it. And they told me it's only gonna last like 4 months. It's been so long. I've had it for so long, and my dentist hates me for it, so.
Honestly, my best friend, one of my best friends at the time, we were walking through PB, and he was fiending for a tattoo. So I asked him, "What kind of tattoo do you want?" And he said, "You know what, I've always wanted a camel on my toe." And I was like, "Dude, let's do it." It was his first tattoo and we did it. $60 later, I got a camel on my toe.
So what's the story behind your tattoo?
I just love flowers. Ooh. It's kind of my garden. And then, yeah, it's a vibe.
That's cool that you call it your garden.
Yeah, because I'm going to grow a whole, it's going to continue on my leg because I have some right there too.
You know how it takes water to grow an actual garden?
Uh-huh.
What does it take to grow the flowers, the garden on you?
Ooh,
that is such a good question. It used to be anger, because I'm very impulsive, so if something made me angry, I was like, I need to go get tatted. And then I started to realize that shouldn't be the reason. So now it's forgiveness is my water for my sleeve. So once I forgive myself for going through that situation and took the lesson, then I get tatted now. So it's not an impulsive decision now. So like forgiveness is the water to my garden.
So it's a Snapdragon Vine, and the street that I grew up on was Snapdragon Way. At the house that I lived on in that street, I endured a lot of verbal abuse from my stepmom, and my dad never like stood up for me. I ended up getting kicked out and never talking to my dad ever again. So now I got this to symbolize like growth from that trauma. I don't know, I just like want to remind myself that like you can grow from things that you've like endured.
Okay, well, so my little brother died, well, he was born with a heart defect, and that's how he died. And so I wanted to get something to commemorate him. And then I had a friend that was an artist, and he was super talented. And he was just a really, really good person, but he was also struggling with like mental health and substance abuse. So anyway, I asked him to draw this, and then he ended up overdosing whilst working on that and a bunch of other things. And so my brother's initials are right here, and his initials are right there.
So now when you look down at the tattoo, what feelings does it give you?
So I'm a really fidgety person, so I like touching it, and it makes me feel happy. Because especially like just running my fingers over my little brother's initials, I think he'd think it's cool, so it just like the fact that it's like tactile a little bit, it's raised on my skin. I don't know, it's like a more realistic sense that he's somewhere, or just his memory's there. So it just makes me happy because it's for him.
It's a paperclip. I was in the Navy and they love to use acronyms. So I got an acronym my first day out, my first Veterans Day out of the military. It means paperclip, people against people, ever re-enlisting, civilian life is preferred. Paperclip.
And then when you look down at your tattoo, what feeling does it give you?
Freedom. Everybody has different experiences with the military, but mine was just like not awesome. But like not bad either. But it speaks for itself, you know.
Is there a story behind your tattoos?
No, I just like it. It's badass.
You just like the way they look?
Yeah, basically.
That's really cool. So what got you started?
Actually, this one got me started. I like this koi fish, and then it was just kind of from there, I just kept building on it, and now we're here. This is my favorite one, but it's hard to pull on my pants right now.
Oh, wow. Why is that your favorite?
Because it's so wicked, like with the head cut off and everything. I actually get tattooed down the street right here.
Wait, do you want to shout out you're the tattoo artist?
Yeah, his name is Pete Vaca at Full Circle Tattoo. What's up, Pete?
This one is because I'm always torn between my heart and my brain, so it's and I also work in healthcare, so anatomy is kind of like a big part of my job in my life. And then my moth is to always look for the light, because moths are always searching for light.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, that's, mine aren't as cool as his, but I like them.
I think every tattoo is cool in its own way.
Unique way, yeah.
How'd you guys meet?
Tinder.
Tinder. Very cool. Did you guys connect through your tattoos?
I know, I think
She has a type.
I do have a type.
Is it tattoos?
Yeah.
Beards and
tattoos. Beards and tattoos, that's my type.
There you
I like
go.
her for her personality.
Yeah.
She liked me for my physical.